An accused killer is in jail tonight after a deadly shooting in Marietta. Police tell us 61-year-old Angela Freeman shot her neighbor Sunday afternoon inside a senior living facility on Rose Lane Street in Marietta. Investigators spoke with Atlanta News First about that shooting.
Both women are longtime residents of Marietta. Both moved into this facility roughly 1 year ago. It's unknown if they had any previous interactions or if this argument started after they both became neighbors living in the same complex.
Freeman is now in jail without bond. Her charges include murder and aggravated assault.